Hey there. No, this is not a kayak and or weather update. I just felt like talking to the camera. Imagine that. 3 videos in 1 month. Of course, it's nothing compared to the 3 to 5 videos a week I was making 10 years ago, right? Yeah. But 3 in a month. Wow. Yeah, so anyway, I thought that I don't know, talk about the last couple of weeks. We drove to Indianapolis, where we had dinner with 2 poets, Bob and Stephanie. It was really great to see them again. Had a good visit, a really nice visit. Got to meet Stephanie's son, Matthew. So yeah, that was a really good visit. From there, we went to Cleveland and Buffalo, both places. We got to see family. My kidlings and my grandkidlings. Yeah. Now the grandkidlings, 2 of them are adults, but I haven't seen them in close to 2 years, so that was really nice. Yeah, it was a really nice visit. And, well, the other 2, one of them, well, 8 months old, 8.5 months old, she really wants to walk. She's standing and bouncing and pushing off with her feet. And the other one, well, she's talking up a storm, you know? So both of them were fun visits. They were a really great time. It was good. Also got to see my good friend Jerry, who told me about the reunion, and in fact, we stayed the last 3 days in Buffalo with him, so that was nice. Got to do some catching up. That was really cool. It was really cool. I did get to kayak, as evidenced by my last video, and in fact, I actually found a paddle on Ellicott Creek. It was floating, short, very short, 32 inches shorter than my normal paddle, but hey, souvenir for a Missouri resident kayaking in New York. So it is now in Missouri. Score! We made it to Fort Niagara, where we collected beach glass, Lake Ontario. That's a tradition. And we got to Niagara Falls twice, visited the falls, and on another day we made a trip to Whirlpool State Park, went down into the gorge. It's something I always love doing. Love getting those photos, the falls in there. And it was Bonnie's first time. It was a warm day, it was in the 80s. And unfortunately, when we got to the bend at the Whirlpool, I took the lower track, and it's a goat trail. Yeah, I gave Bonnie a workout. But I love that place. Yeah, I got some good photos, I think. Yeah, photos, photos, photos. Jerry also took us to a classic car show at the Wurlitzer plant. It was nice, because I always love taking photos of cars at car shows. It's my thing. All those lines, the minimalist photos of the curves and the angles, just the close-ups, you know. And we hardly, you know, we have 1 or 2 car shows a year here, so it's just not the same. So I really appreciate that. And I got some nice photos. I think I did. I got some nice photos. Now on the way back, we did a lighthouse tour. It's a 3-hour drive from Buffalo back to Cleveland before heading home. But we made it more than 8 hours. We stopped at the Buffalo Lighthouse. Well, Erie Basin Marina, looking across at the Buffalo Lighthouse, got photos there. Went to Canal Side, where we got to look in through the glass. It wasn't open yet. Got to see that restored Spillman carousel and a roundhouse there. That's pretty cool too. Man, Canal Side, that's really taken off since I moved. Then we went to Dunkirk, and from there down to Barcelona, New York. And those 2 lighthouses were new for Bonnie. And then before we got to Cleveland, east of Cleveland, Fairport Harbor, there are 2 lighthouses. One of them is way out on a pier across the harbor, so you can see that one from the land light. And so those 2 were new for me and for Bonnie. So that was pretty cool. It was a nice drive. Nice drive. Now, one thing I'm leaving out, of course, is my 50-year high school reunion. Yeah, it was a class of 400. For some reason, I thought it was only 330. I don't know why, but yeah, it was a class of 400 or so. And there were 80 people there, so that's a pretty good turnout, I think, for 50 years. I'd say at least 60 of them were classmates. Maybe, yeah, 50 to 60. Some singles. got to catch up with people that I haven't seen in all that time. Yeah. Some people from the neighborhood, some people from my classes. The high point was something I was anticipating all along. Was, well, here's the thing. More than 50 years ago, we were still in school, and I would go long jumping with my friend Doug. He was on the track team, and during the summer, to keep in shape, we would run and go to the pit at O'Hara High School. We'd walk over there, and I bought a 50-foot tape, and we would do long and treble jumps and do some running. And for some reason, along the way, he let me have his father's basketball jersey. Yeah, and I never gave it back to him. All these years I've been holding on to it, thinking one of these days I'm going to see Doug, I'm going to get that jersey back to him. And I did. I gave it back to him. I gave it to him in a tube. I got a wine bottle tube and I put it in there. And the thing's got to be 70 to 80 years old. Yeah. So giving it to him, yeah, that was a pretty cool moment. It was. Now, the second event at the reunion, there was a second event the day after. There was live music at a local bar, and it was small, and it was pretty crowded. So this may be where it happened. Bonnie came down with a very, very severe cold. No, it was not COVID. About 3 days after the reunion, it hit her. First she thought it was allergies, but then it got worse. It was clear that it wasn't. And 3 days after she got it, I started coming down with it. So once I started coming down with it and we realized it wasn't allergies, we got some airborne. I took that I've taken it every day since then. It's been 6 days for me now. So I'm nowhere near as severe as her. Coughing during the night a little bit, so I took some NyQuil so I wouldn't cough during the night, and throat sore from that in the morning a little bit. Mostly I'm feeling it in the morning. My sinuses are clearing when I'm waking up, but that's it. But she had it pretty bad. Now, we know it wasn't COVID because we were going to be going from Buffalo back to Cleveland and then home, and Cleveland to see my granddaughter, so she had a rapid test done. Now, damn flies, they're going for the sweat. Yeah, I know I said I wouldn't talk about the weather, but I am sweating like crazy. So yeah, see the granddaughter, so she had a rapid test. Now they're 85% reliable, so we felt fairly confident. And went to Cleveland, came home. Now, the incidence rates in Missouri is really climbing, and it's so bad that the state is offering free testing for employees. In the 2 weeks that we were gone, there were 25 cases in Bonnie's building. Yeah, so she got a test, PCR, and that was negative. So that's good. So she's clear. I'm sure I'm clear. And we're home. We're recovering. We're back in Missouri, appreciating this sweltering heat and humidity. Okay, I'll come out with it. It's 96 degrees and the humidity is over 80%. Yeah. Anyway, there's your update. Oh, forgot to show you something. Talking about Tonawanda. My t-shirt. T-shirt and coffee mug. Yeah. Designed by Frank, one of my classmates. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm out of here. Ciao. And vlog on.